it makes it illegal for insurance companies to discriminate against pre-existing conditions, and it makes it illegal for insurance companies to charge somebody who has an illness more than somebody who's totally healthy. So what it does is it means there's no point. They eliminate the need for insurance. Why buy insurance if you can just wait until you get sick? Why spend all that money on premiums year after year? Because if you don't get sick, I mean, you wasted your money. Just wait until you get sick and then buy the insurance. So the insurance companies can't function anymore because they no longer have any premium income coming in to pay out claims. So they have to go bankrupt because otherwise they have no customers until people get sick. And then they immediately start drawing down claims. Now the government pretends that, well, they've got the answer because they have a penalty on you if you don't buy insurance. But for the first year, and that starts in 2014, the penalty is $95. $95. We wouldn't pay that penalty to not have to have insurance. But you still have it because if you get sick, then you go get it. So the penalties are too low. Even under the highest penalty, it goes up to $75. I mean, $750 a year. That's still a fraction of what it costs for insurance. So nobody will buy insurance. They'll just wait till they get sick. But the problem is there'll be no insurance companies in business when you get sick because they would have already shut their doors because they stopped collecting premiums. So the only insurance company that you can go to will be this government provider. But the government provider will be bankrupt because it won't have any premiums because nobody will be paying into it. And the crazy thing is the government is planning on financing the health care package by taxing the insurance industry. Well, it's not even going to be there. What are they going to tax? So basically what this really is it's the camel's nose under the tent for socialized medicine. Because what's going to happen is once they bankrupt all the insurance companies, what's going to happen is whenever you get sick, the government's just going to have to pay for everything. Because there's going to be no insurance. Either government insurance or private insurance. So it's going to be socialized medicine, but of course it's going to cost a fortune. Because there is going to be no premiums coming in. So the fact that the senators can write this shows that they're completely oblivious to what insurance means. Here they're trying to overhaul the insurance industry. They don't even have a clue how it works. And so the fact that they can pass this, these guys they're morons. Now, hopefully, the insurance industry will knock some sense into their heads and realize that you can't pass this. And but the House version is not quite as bad because of the penalties are much higher, so people will buy insurance under the House plan. But ultimately, it will have the same result. In the meantime, this plan, even though it doesn't start until 2014, and I think the reason they pushed off the start date is because then Obama maybe can get reelected one more time before we realize how bad it is, because it doesn't start until 2014. But all the taxes to finance it start right now. So all the tax increases happen now, so the government has all this money to do whatever it wants with, because none of it is going to go for health care. But anyway, so that's a disaster. But I need to be there to make sure that legislation like this never gets written. But anyway, I'm Peter Schiff, and I'm running, for the U.S. Senate.